but I wanted to get some real footage for you guys of us cleaning. See these buildings? They got these cubbies, and what we do with the cubbies, call them enclosures actually, is we tape off these doorbells. There's a red 3M vinyl tape. It's called vinyl tape. Works really well, like waterproof wise and stuff. Get it on Amazon. I'll try to remember to put a link in the description for you guys. So yeah, we got like 13 of these buildings, 13 condos. They vary though. So there's probably eight or nine that are like this size, which are the harder ones, the bigger ones, more inserts, cutouts, harder to get at. And then these ones over here, we have 1, 2, 5 to 7 of them. These are just more like a big square, 4 units, 4 families live in each one. They're way easier. I got that one done yesterday with the 8 gallon a minute in 40 minutes exactly from start to finish, spray wise. So basically what our squad's doing is 2 guys are cleaning. Right now we have the 8 gallon a minute downstreaming and washing, and the 4 gallon a minute downstreaming and washing, just because it's going to be easier that way for right now. But what we were doing before is 4 gallon a minute downstreaming, 8 gallon a minute rinsing. And once we get over there, down past these 2 units, we're going to do it that way again too, because we can be set up where we're right next to each other, and yeah, it'll just be smoother. So let's go over and see what Devin's up to. So things you have to consider when doing jobs like this, because everybody has stuff. So you have to make it clear in your quotes that, you know, these people they need to be responsible for moving their plants, moving their stuff, you know, so that way at least the majority of it's done. Now, there's a few reasons to do that. The one reason is it's a huge time waster if we have to spend time moving all these pots and plants and moving them back after we're done. And but the second reason is also liability. You don't want to be responsible for breaking stuff or you know, losing something or matching, putting it at the wrong neighbor's house. So there's a few reasons why you ask people to do that. Now, we're not evil. Like, if there's a lady in a wheelchair and she can't move her stuff, we're gonna move it for her. Or if she didn't get, you know, someone didn't get a chance to tarp off their bird feeders, you know, they got a bunch of bird feeders, we'll tarp them off, you know. But at least we make it clear in the quote, and you know, then the board can put out a newsletter, and then the majority of people know that they need to move their stuff. Yeah, so you know, it's good to walk these properties with the person who does that, you know, who contacts you, notice things, let them be aware that you're going to clean up everything, the gutters, blah, 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 but, you know, oxidation removal is not included. So you want to make it clear that they don't get confused with oxidation being dirt and not oxidation. You know, you got to explain and educate the difference. Otherwise, they might be like, they did an okay job, but they just didn't get those gutters all the way clean like I wanted. So most of these are fine and they're brightening up just fine, but there is certain buildings where the oxidation is really bad, and we made that clear from the get-go. We got all these buildings. We're going to be done today, probably halfway through the day. So 13 something buildings in 2.5 to 3 days. Pretty good numbers with an 8 gallon a minute machine and a 4 gallon a minute machine. And 2 very new guys. Both of them are picking up pretty quick though. Hey, what's up? I think our newest guy has started. Guys are gonna go on the YouTube channel.
How's it going?
This is Mr. I guess I should do a formal introduction of the guys, eh? So everybody pretty much knows him. This is Mr. Colt Dog, brother.
I'm Devin.
Care to introduce yourself? Devin, what's something they should know about you?
Well, I'm a photographer and I do marketing as well on the side. So I'm going to school currently for journalism, doing photojournalism at NIU, and I enjoy playing first-person shooters. Go Halo.
Hell yeah. I bet you'll get some people agreeing. How about you, Mr. Patrick? What's your name?
Patrick.
Even though I just said it. So where'd you come from?
Came from DeKalb.
Where job-wise, where'd you just come from?
Came from competitive yard works.
Landscaping. He was a landscaper, so he's picking up quick.
Oh yeah.
What you think about it so far?
Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
It's fun. It's interesting.
Just wash life all day.
Right.
Yep. Yeah, Patrick's killing it. This is his first week. Just threw him on the machine and he's zooming through, picking up quick, understanding how all the hoses and valves and stuff work. Hell yeah, so we're just taking a break real quick because our fire hydrant meter stopped flowing water. Didn't it, Colt?
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna show him what a meter looks like. So, meter hooks up. There's a valve here, make sure it's open. And then we put this splicer on here so we could hook up multiple hoses. This town measures in cubic feet. The other town we had the meter, they measured in gallons. This is a special wrench. Some towns, like our last town, required we rented that. This one was optional. You could essentially use a wrench, but the other town said never use a wrench, so I went ahead and got that. But basically all you do is pop the thing off, and then you open it up, flush out all that nastiness. There'll be rusty water in there. Hook this up, open it back up, and we're good. Some towns might require you to have a backflow prevention. They think there's a possibility of chem flowing back in there. What is it called? What was that guy's department that stopped by yesterday? The city stopped by yesterday and told us that we needed backflow prevention because they're worried about in the event of backflow that water could travel back up into here, into the hydrant, and contaminate the water. I told him he's high, but we'll see. So basically he described it, we either need to invest in a $200 backflow preventer, which is never happening, or rig up the hose. This is super in here because it keeps falling out, so we just cram a whole bunch of it in there. I didn't have time to install a bulkhead fitting, so he said either do that or have it hovering so it breaks, so there's an air brake, so water, if it fills up, water can't travel back in there. I told him we got a float valve, which would do the same thing essentially, because when it's full, it pinches that line shut so nothing can flow back in. So he just didn't understand our plumbing and didn't really care, wasn't trying to hear me out, wasn't trying to hear me explain it. So I said, whatever, I gotta get back to work, but we're not doing no backflow prevention. That's ridiculous. So yeah, that's about it. We're making progress. This is day 3. We got all these buildings over here done, and we got 1, 2, 3, that one, and that one down yonder. So what, 5? 5 buildings left. After we get the back side of this done and the front side of this done. That's it. It is amazing, the architect, like the engineering behind a bird's nest. Like, it's really impressive. I mean, this thing's rock hard. It's matted up with mud. It is really perfect. It's crazy that they're able to build this, just like flying around, and I wonder how they do the mud, It's really impressive. I'm gonna hold on to it. I'm impressed. But yeah, when you come across bird's nests, the ones we've been finding are typically on the lower story. And I try to pop them out if I can by hand, and then relocate it if there's babies in there, which we came across some with his babies. I actually accidentally blew it out with the power washer and there was babies in it, but they all seemed alright. So we relocated it, with gloves on, hoping the mom comes back, but you never know. But it's one of those things where it is what it is, Okay. Probably get chem on them?
Yeah.
When did you notice them?
Well, I noticed the nest, so I knocked it down with 3 baby birdies in it.
Oh, wow. Where
Yeah.
was the nest?
It was over a light.
Oh, in the enclosure?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what happened to us. There was 5 of them. I don't know what to do with them, you know?
Me neither.
Almost done. We just got that one there and this one here. I gotta go get more chem though.